The Foothill Gold Line from Pasadena to Azusa broke ground in June 2010 and will be substantially complete in late September 2015, when it will begin pre-revenue service. 6 new stations have been built as part of this phase of the line. Each provides a unique experience through the work of public artists. Artists were selected by the respective station city to create artwork that represents the community, its history, and culture. Over the past few years, the artists have been hard at work in their studios and with their fabrication partners, bringing their initial concepts to fruition, as well as overseeing installation of their artwork at the stations. In this video, we'll visit Monrovia station artist Cha-Rie Tang as she completes preparations and installation of her art pieces at the Monrovia station.
For the column bases, I have relief tiles, and some of these were historic and some that I have carved myself. It was a pleasure to be able to involve the community into my work. I took this chance to appeal to the people who had relief tiles. I would go to their home and make an impression of the original historic tile, and then I will make a positive impression by making silicone mold, and then make a negative impression into the plaster mold so that I can pour the clay, which will then be a positive. So it's a positive, negative, and then positive again. I would be able to make a copy of it for the station and one for them. This is one of my first batchelder finds. It was at the Espresso Cafe. I just went in one night and made impressions. About 2 weeks later, the whole thing disappeared. So I figure I'm doing a favor to the world to preserve it. So for the ramp, which is a long distance, I wanted to bring in the idea of a river meandering. I had been doing some experiments with glazes, mixing different glazes together and making it run. And I said, wow, this is like watercolor. So I call them watercolor tiles, and it goes well into this river theme that I have. And you can see things bubbling up and flowing around. Once I had the concept of river of time, I want to incorporate nature into the design. The rock came from southern part of China, near a river where the water will wash through it and carve it for thousands of years. Conceptually, I did not want to tamper with something that's already beautiful. So I decided to set it in a pool of glass. I developed some glass bricks, which are made from thousands of pieces of little triangles, and insert them into the concrete. It will not require any maintenance. It will still look very active with the light bouncing around like a wave. Judging by the size of the column bases, I figured out a good proportion, which was 18 inches high by 12 inches wide. And then I just tried to fit as many designs in 32 panels as I could. So for the ramp, I like to work visually, so I just create a whole bunch and judge them as I see each one. So I have a lot of tiles to play with, and I pick a little here and a little there, and then see what happens. But it's all by instinct. It was supposed to be in the middle, but then we didn't want to walk on them, so we put them on the side. As the plaza is taking shape, I am very excited that my rock would be incorporated into it. There will be benches around it so you can sit and enjoy this artistic natural landscape. The passenger or traveler will be able to experience the art in lots of different ways. They can ride along with the train and just see a blur, or they can stop and really examine each piece. Each time it will be different because there are hundreds of tiles to look at.
The Foothill Gold Line from Pasadena to Azusa is part of the expanding system of rail lines funded by LA County's Measure R. The Foothill Gold Line Construction Authority is responsible for the line's planning, design, and construction. The Construction Authority will be substantially complete with construction in late September 2015, when the agency turns the line over to LA Metro for pre-revenue service. Metro anticipates starting passenger service in 2016. For more information on the Foothill Gold Line, or to view other videos about the project, visit www.foothillgoldline.org.